All right, welcome everybody. I'm Lucian Fogoros, and today we're talking to Debbie Gordon, the CEO of CloudRange, CEO and founder. Welcome, Debbie.
Thank you so much, Lucian. Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely, and we absolutely love the session you did with us for the manufacturing day. So we're going to focus the conversation primarily on the operational technology, cybersecurity. I understand your organization kind of provides for the OT professionals what the flight simulators do for pilots. So give our audience a little bit of what's behind the story. What inspired to create CloudRange?
Yeah, so I founded CloudRange in 2018, and my background, for almost 30 years ago, started in the technical education space, and it's kind of come full circle. But as you know, and probably many of your audience here knows, is that there is a very severe talent shortage in cybersecurity, both IT and OT security. And that talent shortage shows up in multiple ways. The most obvious one is that there's just empty seats that can't be filled. But where we focus and why CloudRange was developed is that the people who are already in cybersecurity, both on the IT and the OT side, are only as good as whatever experience they've had. And with it changing every day and the bad actors getting more creative, people have to be very proactive about understanding and learning what to look for in terms of threats. And so we developed a simulation-based cyber readiness platform, which is a CyberRange, and it mimics both IT and OT environments, from the whole network, the industrial control systems, the specific OT monitoring tools, the IT SOC tools, and it enables security professionals, or people who should be security professionals, and we can get to that in a minute, the ability to practice detecting and responding to actual attacks, but in a protected and safe environment. So that's, when you were talking about a flight simulator, it's the idea of doing so. You don't want to see an attack for the first time on your production network. So creating that muscle memory and situational awareness is just imperative to reduce the likelihood of an attack and of a breach.
Thank you for that insight, and maybe expand a little bit. What are some of the organizations you're targeting? Certainly, I love the aspect of the education that you said there, and I'm attached to Cleveland State University and I'm board advisor. So I'm keen to see what can the students, for instance, take, and what can the well-established professional, how can they leverage that and prepare for OT cyber attacks?
Yeah, so most of our customers are in the OT space. So, energy companies, so oil and gas, nuclear, and then of course manufacturing and transportation, pharma. Which all of those are not mutually exclusive, but so those are our customers. And then in terms of educating people that are getting into cyber, we also have university and workforce development customers who are integrating our platform into their actual education programs, so that it provides experiential learning to students, so that when they do go get a job, they actually have experience using simulation, because there's that conundrum of you can't get a job without experience, and you can't get experience without a job. And so this enables students to get a job, or to have experience, so that they can get a job. And that experience is very real. It's simply done in a simulated environment. And it's done also as one of the key factors in it is that this isn't just individual training where somebody goes up and does some lab exercises on their own. This is actual team-based exercises, because that's how cybersecurity happens.
Got it. Yeah, so I'm very passionate about this. Not only that your solution covers pretty much all three major areas or industries that we focus: manufacturing, energy, and infrastructure. But our first gated item for our publication 6 years ago was actually looking at who's who in this operations technology, cybersecurity, and we did a report kind of like through the eyes of the VCs. And published that. Now, I'm curious, fast forward 6 years later and coming across your solution, which evolved in 2018 to what it is today. What sets you apart? How is it unique?
Yeah, so if you think about most types of training, and it's not necessarily in cybersecurity, and there's knowledge, and there's skills, and then there's actual abilities and competencies. And most cybersecurity training, whether it's a certification program or even courses in a 2 or 4 year program or a workforce development program, those only focus on knowledge and skills. So what to do, and how to do it as an individual. But I use baseball analogies all the time. You can know the rules of the game. Excuse me, the rules of the game. That's knowledge. You can know, how to throw a ball. That's a skill. But being able to be on the field and knowing what to do and when to do it and how to do it and why to do it, that's the abilities, and that's the part that until Cloud Range has really been missing from cybersecurity training. And that is that last mile of true readiness. And so that's why all of our customers around the world have adopted us as part of their security program, because it is proactive and it enables people to actually be immersed in a cyber attack, so they can see all the things that they might hear about in, whether it's an attack they hear about in the news or something that, a CISA advisory, they can see what that actually looks like and be part of it.
Got it. Great insight. And if you're in the audience and you have questions for Debbie or somebody else on her team, feel free to leverage the hashtag on a screen, and we'll make sure we get the appropriate person to respond. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lucian.